What's up, everyone? It's Zach here, bringing another Team Taste game of the day. You want to taste? Today, on the left, we have Josh playing Greninja Break, and on the right, Zach's playing Luxray Break. So it's that new Luxio Celebi is what we're running with some item lock shenanigans. So Zach's gonna start off with the Shinx inactive and just gonna bridge it right away. Probably gonna grab a couple more Shinx, and looks like he's gonna grab his Shining Celebi. So the Shining Celebi makes it so you can use your previous evolution's attack. So Shinx evolves into Luxio, which has a really good attack for a colorless energy. Disconnect. It does 30 damage and your opponent can't play items. And then Luxray is pretty good too. It has an ability Intimidating Fang. So if it's hit by an opponent's attack, all damage is reduced by 30 and it has 150 HP. So it's pretty tanky for one prize attacker. And then that Shinx also has an ability that you might be able to see, but it's if you go second, you can evolve up on your first turn. So it gets that turn 1 item lock pretty consistently. So Josh is going to just go ahead, play it on, find a Brooklet Hill, play it down, find a Froakie. Hopefully he's going to be looking for a water energy to hopefully get that water duplicates next turn. And then this matchup's weird if Zach doesn't want to evolve up all his Shinx or all his Luxios, because Josh could Shadow Stitch and shut off Celebi's ability. So Zach's gonna go ahead and evolve up into a Luxio, play an Evosoda, find another Luxio, and then not sure what else. We've been discussing a few different ways of playing this deck. Ooh, he's just gonna use Disconnect. I think that's why I said it. Yeah, that's hits for 30, so not too much. You really want a choice spend on it when you are attacking a GX, so hitting for 60 is a lot better than 30. Looks like Josh whiffed energy again. He's gonna Brooklet Hill, find his Starmie, and then looks like he's probably not gonna go the water duplicates route this turn, or this game. Just gonna be manually evolving up. And then Josh also can't play any item cards, so Zach's gonna attach a counter energy to the Luxio, evolve up into a Luxray and Sycamore. This deck's playing a bunch of counter energies because Luxio's attack only needs a colorless energy, so it's pretty versatile. And if you're behind, you can use Luxray's attack. It does 150 anywhere on the field, but you have to discard all your lightning energies. But we're playing max potion, so it's really not the end of the world. To discard a counter energy and lightning energy is not that bad. So Josh is going to evolve up into a Greninja, find another Frogadier, attach a Splash Energy to the Feeny, and then going to Lily, drawing himself some cards. Looks like he's still having an issue finding more than just that one energy. He's going to play Brooklet Hill, fill up his bench with Froakies. That Feeny has an Aqua Ring attack, so I think it hits for 20 and you can move it to the bench. So then Josh is going to use that Aqua Ring, put up the Staryu, has free retreat. So the Aqua Ring actually doesn't hit any, or Luxray for any damage because of Luxray's Intimidating Fang ability. So really good. Zach's going to evolve up into a Luxray Break. Now, Luxray Break has an interesting attack also for Lightning, double colorless. So like 2 lightnings and a counter energy if you're behind or something along those lines. It hits for 130 plus you get to flip a coin until you hit tails, and it does 40 times the number of heads you flipped. So in a pinch, you can really swing hard. Zach's going to go ahead to touch another lightning to that Luxray and hit that Staryu for 30. Josh is going to be able to find another Greninja, so he's not having too much issues evolving up, just finding that energy. And then looks like he drew into some energy. Now Josh will have a few different choices here. Oh, looks like he's going to put up the Froakie, so he's going to bubble to try to buy himself some more turns, and he's going to flip tails. Ooh. He could have went up in Shadow Stitch, but Shadow Stitch only hits for 40, so it's kind of iffy. Zach's gonna go ahead, play Lele. Going to maybe look for a draw supporter. And then, nope, looks like he's going to find a Guzma, actually. Might be pulling up that Staryu, actually. Yep, he's going to pull up Staryu. And then going to retreat into his Luxray and going to take the knockout. Now Josh has no way of getting that Staryu back under item lock, so that might might have been his plan. Oh, another good thing about Luxray has free retreat, so all Zach's Luxrays get free retreat, which is pretty good. And then Josh is gonna try bubble flip again, and he hits another tails. Ooh, not that good. But Zach still has a long way to go. Hitting those Greninjas for 30 really it takes a while to knock out. Now, looks like Zach's just going to swing for another 30, keep on item locking, and then that Froakie's going to get knocked out if it stays inactive. Josh is going to end. He might be looking for another bubble. Not really going that well for him this game. Now, Zach still hasn't been able to evolve up into that other Shinx into a Luxio, which could get some issues. So he's going to miss another bubble flip. Zach's going to E-hammer away a splash energy, attach another energy to that Luxio or Luxray break, and going to take the knockout, going down to 4 prizes. So now Zach will be able to take 2 prizes whenever he wants onto that Tapu Fini, but he'll lose item lock at that point. Josh gets a Water Shuriken onto that Celebi. If he takes care of that Celebi, then those Luxrays can't item lock anymore. So pretty good plan. And then both players gonna draw up. Josh gets 6, Zach gets 4. Then Josh is gonna retreat into his Greninja, and he's gonna take a Shuriken onto that Shinx, so taking his first prize of the game. And looks like Josh Shadow Stitches for 10. So yeah, just double checking that the Intimidating Fang blocks by 30. So Zach's gonna play down another Shining Celebi with the strong proxy game. Gonna attach the Choice Band and play Cynthia. So now it becomes an issue. Zach can't get item locked this turn, so he's probably looking for an energy to attach that Luxray Break, so he could maybe try to wild charge it. But looks like he whiffed. He could take out the Fini, but I'm not sure how well that would be for him. So Josh can go ahead and Ultra Ball. Now that he can actually play items, his deck's looking really thin. He's going to find a Frogadier. He's going to evolve that Froakie up into a Frogadier. Ooh, looks like Josh might be able to... Okay, I got confused which one is his hand and deck. I think his hand might be bigger than his deck at this point. Josh really needs to find that super odd, so he's just going to Shadow Stitch for 10. Still shutting off. Zach's really wanting to find that energy. Oop, I think we had a little camera turn off at that point, but Zach fails the Ultra Ball and then plays Cynthia and whiffs the energy again, so Zach's just sitting there not being able to attack. Josh is going to play a splash onto that Greninja and N. Zach probably has a couple E-hammers left, but Josh isn't really that worried right now. Ooh, Josh did find a super odd. That's really good for him. I think he's pretty low on energy, so might be able to put a couple of those back in. So he's going to shuffle a Staryu, Greninja Break, and an Espeon back in. And he does have that Brooklet Hill out, so he'll be able to grab that Staryu right away, put it onto his bench. And then this is a pretty close game. 5 prizes to 4. Now he's just going to Shadow Stitch again. Ooh, Zach finally finds the energy. So he's going to retreat into that Luxray. Looks like he's going to Wild Charge, and he hits a tail, so it only does 130. He only needed 1 heads for the knockout. That dice is really not flipping well this game. Josh is going to be able to evolve up in that Starmie finally. And then I'm going to use Space Peak and grab in a couple waters. Now, if Zach would have got the knockout on that Greninja, Josh would only be able to use 1 Water Shuriken this turn. So that's pretty interesting. He's going to Water Shuriken the Luxray, going to Water Shuriken again. And looks like he's going to Moonlight Slash. I think that would hit for 50, so that would be perfect knockout. That 170, perfect math. So now Zach only has that 1 Luxray out, and that counter energy is still not really helping him at all. Zach's going to Super Rod in, whole bunch of energy, and a couple Luxios and Shinx, it looks like. Now, Zach also has to be mindful of that Tapu Fini on the bench, so it's not looking great. If Josh can hit like a Tapu Storm onto that Luxray, could leave Zach with nothing left, really. Um, Not sure what Zach has going on for him right now. It looks like he's deciding between a Guzma and a Sycamore. He could try to Sycamore into more Shinx, but looks like he's going to Guzma. Yep. I think right now his only choice is Starmie, or yeah, he could pick up a Feeny too. So he's gonna hit it for 60, and Josh is item locked again. Now Josh has his access to energies with Space Beacon, so that's really good for him. So it looks like, yeah, Josh is going to attach the Feeny and Tapu Storm, the Luxray Break back in. Not sure where Zach goes from with this one, having only Lele and Celebi's out. Looks like Zach's going to Max Potion, that Celebi, and then Sycamore. So Max Potions really haven't done their job this game. Josh is going to play a couple Shinx down, or Zach's going to play a couple of Shinx down. Going to attach to the Lele. Looks like he's getting pretty desperate. Oh, I think we're looking. The Shinx can only evolve the turn they're played down during the second turn of the game. So only the player going second on that turn can evolve. They can't evolve at any other time. Like, there was, I think, a little confusion where if you went second, some people thought you could evolve it like the whole game, even if you went second, but it's not the case. So Josh is going to get his third Greninja breakout, going to retreat the Feeny, going to Water Shuriken a Shinx to take the knockout there. And then looks like he's just going to Moonlight Slash, going down to 2 prizes, and just like that, the game swings, and Zach attaches another energy to the Lele and says Energy Drive. Pretty desperate, had no draw support at that point. So Josh is going to be able to do Water Shuriken, Space Beacon, Water Shuriken again, and take the Moonlight Slash knockout. So, ooh, yeah, Zach had 2 Luxios prize that game, which that might have been able to stop it from the Josh taking the early Shinx knockout with the Water Shurikens, but who knows? It was a pretty close game. Sometimes Item Lock can just win, and sometimes Greninja does Greninja things and just win. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Deck profile of Shinx should be out soon. But remember, comment, let me know what you guys think. If you don't like me, yell at me. I don't mind. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. But later, everyone.